Hello, my friends. Welcome back to our study along of the World Order of Baha'u'llah, selected letters by Shoghi Effendi. Can you believe it is Friday again? I can't keep up with how fast time seems to be rolling. If you're joining this weekly series for the first time, come on in. It's a study along of this compilation. Linked below, you'll find all kinds of good stuff, the launch video for this project, a study guide, this document, and the playlist of all the weekly videos studying along leading up to today. And we are in the middle of America and the Most Great Peace, a letter written in 1933. It's super, super beautiful, and we are starting in on paragraph 13. It is in the light of these above quoted words, which were in last week's video of Abdu'l-Baha, and it was just a series of beautiful, beautiful passages about not only the spiritual destiny of America, but particularly the potential destiny, and I'm putting this in my words, like the scope of it at the time is unknown, right? The scope of the success of the efforts of those who love God and love Baha'u'llah and dedicated their lives to teaching and illuminating the world. So he's saying your destiny is unspeakably glorious, and the full measure of your success is still unknown. But that if the believers continue to teach and live the life and travel and keep stepping it up, that this illumination will be glorious and intense. Again, this is purely me putting into my own words my understanding and remembrance. You should go listen to the video or read paragraphs 11 and 12 to more accurately know what he's saying here. Okay, so in light of these quoted words of Abdu'l-Baha, that every thoughtful and conscientious believer should ponder the significance of this momentous utterance of Baha'u'llah. In the East, the light of his revelation hath broken. In the West hath appeared the signs of his dominion. So in the East, the light of his revelation had broken, and in the West, the signs of his dominion hath appeared. Ponder this in your hearts, O people, and be not of those who have turned a deaf ear to the mentions of him who is the Almighty, the All-Praised. Should they attempt to conceal its light in the continent, it will assuredly rear its head in the midmost heart of creation, and raising its voice proclaim, I am the life giver of the world. Dearly beloved friends, this is paragraph 14, you guys. This is one of my favorites. This is purely Shoghi Effendi. And this is one of those instances where historically I actually don't fully know what he's talking about in 1933, and I invite any of you research buffs or history buffs to help educate me what specifically he may be referring to. But it's so crazy because it sounds like he wrote it yesterday, because I see so much relevance for like this moment. And that's always so wild when you read something from Shoghi Effendi and you're like, did he write this yesterday? Because it's so spot on. I loved this for that reason. Okay, dearly beloved friends, can our eyes be so dim as to fail to recognize in the anguish and turmoil which, greater than in any other country, and in a manner unprecedented in its history, are now afflicting the American nation? That's not the end of the sentence yet, but again, folks, if you'll help me out here, I know this was post World War I, it was during the Great Depression, and it was pre-World War II, how the anguish and turmoil was greater than in any other country when, Europe was devastated by World War I and the inflation in Germany. Like, I'm a little confused about that, but I trust Shoghi Effendi, so help me out here, you guys. Let me know what was going on. And also, that, and in a manner, the turmoil and anguish is in a manner unprecedented in this country's history. And again, we had the Civil War. So just help me understand what was going on in 1933. That was so intense. But he's saying, are these signs of these like bad things now afflicting the American nation evidences of the beginning of that spiritual renaissance which these pregnant words of Abdu'l-Baha so clearly foreshadow? The throes and twinges of agony which the soul of a nation in travail is now beginning to experience abundantly proclaim it. Contrast the sad plight of the nations of the earth, and in particular this great Republic of the West, with the rising fortunes of that handful of its citizens whose mission, if they be faithful to their trust, is to heal its wounds, restore its confidence, and revive its shattered hopes. Woo, woo, this is so amazing, you guys. So contrast the sad plight of the nations of the earth, and in particular this great Republic of the West, with the rising fortunes of that handful of its citizens, whose mission, if they be faithful to their trust, is to heal its wounds, restore its confidence, and revive its shattered hopes. Contrast the dreadful convulsions, the internecine conflicts. I had to look that word up. Internecine, and it means destructive to both sides. Internecine conflicts, the petty disputes, the outworn controversies, the interminable revolutions that agitate the masses. See, isn't it like, did he write this yesterday? Right? Contrast, I'm reading that again. Contrast the dreadful convulsions, the internecine conflict, the petty disputes, the outworn controversies, the interminable revolutions that agitate the masses, with the calm new light of peace and truth. Of peace and of truth are both capitalized, which envelops, guides, and sustains those valiant inheritors of the law and the love of Baha'u'llah. Compare the disintegrating institutions, the discredited statesmanship, the exploded theories, the appalling degradation, the follies and furies, the shifts, shams, and compromises that characterize the present age, with the steady consolidation, the holy discipline, the unity and cohesiveness, the assured conviction, the uncompromising loyalty, the heroic self-sacrifice that constitute the hallmark of these faithful stewards and harbingers of the golden age of the faith of Baha'u'llah. Woo! You guys, that was amazing. Small wonder that these prophetic words should have been revealed by Abdu'l-Baha. The East, he assures us, hath verily been illumined with the light of the kingdom of God. Ere long will this same light shed a still greater illumination upon the West. Then will the hearts of its people be vivified through the potency of the teachings of God, that their souls be set aglow by the undying fire of his love. The prestige of the faith of God, he asserts, has immensely increased. Its greatness is now manifest. The day is approaching when it will have cast a tremendous tumult in men's hearts. Rejoice, therefore, O denizens of America. Rejoice with exceeding gladness. That was a little confusing, that last part, right? The day is approaching when it will have cast a tremendous tumult in men's hearts. But I guess it's a good tumult. It's a tumult of things being shaken up. Rejoice, O denizens of America. Rejoice with exceeding gladness. Cool. All right. Well, you guys have your marching orders. Thank you so much for joining me in this weekly study along every Friday, 2 p.m. But of course, YouTube is forever. Please remember to subscribe to this channel. Please hit the like button. It just helps more people find this content. Please share these videos if you like them. And feel free to comment. I love to hear your thoughts and get conversations going. Please remember all the different ways you can support this channel. They are linked below. I have a Patreon community if you want to learn to make some art with me or just support my endeavors and get behind the scenes and know that you're a part of everything that I create. As you know, probably, hopefully, unless you're here for the first time, I am an artist. That is my primary profession and focus. So if you want some spiritual realism to fine art, to bring some reminder of your spiritual nature and connection into your daily life, or to give prints as a gift. The holidays are coming up. Please check out my website, also linked below, and I also have a PayPal, and I also do one-on-one sessions. If you want to do some spiritual or Enneagram coaching, I'm available. All right, my friends, thank you for studying with me. It's been so enriching, and you know how it goes. Until next time, I wish you the best for playing your unique part in making this world a better place. I'll catch you next time.